I have been playing video games my whole life. Believe it or not, this is a picture of me when I was a baby. So this is definitive proof that I am an expert in this topic. With this experience, I've also played a lot of RPG, or role-playing games as they call them, and one of the more divisive subcategories of this type of game is the turn-based game. Turn-based games are games where you, wait, I'm sorry, I can't be reading that right. It says that you wait for your turn in combat? That can't be right. Video gaming is all about always doing something. I might as well be watching one of those damn moving pictographs. While this is true to some extent, I feel like over time we have learned a lot about the turn-based world. And I feel like a recent example, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, has really combined all of what is great about the turn-based genre and made it into something brand new. Now, while it's the enemy's turn, you don't have to whip out your phone and watch YouTube shorts just hoping that your characters don't die. No. You can dodge, parry, jump, and do this cool counter thing that I still have no idea how to execute properly. The combat has this weird mix of Persona and a Souls-like game. Your turn works just about the same as any turn-based game would, deciding what elements you would want to apply, or if you want to do major damage but use more attack points, and etc. By the time the enemy attacks, that's when you're in for a shit sandwich.
12 seconds later.
Yeah, this is where the Souls-like influence comes in. Apparently the creator of this game is a Sekiro speedrunner or some shit, and it shows. Because this game gives you that taste of pure masochism that Sekiro would. The timing of the dodges is really easy, and theoretically you could just use that throughout the whole game, no problem. But the parrying, unlike the dodging, is a lot harder to time, but parrying correctly gets you an action point, and if you parry all of the attacks in an attack sequence, you can counter and often deal massive damage. This trade-off is really what sets the game apart from other turn-based RPGs, because now you have a say in how to defend yourself when the enemy attacks, and a lot of options. And parrying is always the right answer, only fucking babies dodge. When talking about the story, I unfortunately can't say too much, but let's just say it's epic. Actually, it's one of the most depressing and somber experiences I've ever had playing a video game. There's a lot of surprises in the story that I'll keep secret, but compared to just about every other JRPG story out there, it's extremely stripped down and simple in terms of plot. The real core of the story is the characters, who are incredibly acted and written, even though the lip syncing is worse than a Lucio Fulci movie.
Expedition 33, the band. I like that.
Horrendously awful things are happening. Things that would shatter your imagination.
They go through some pretty traumatic shit, and it's not until about the second third of the game when you realize what the game is really going for in terms of tone. There's environments that are so beautiful but filled with stories of how expeditions before them tried and failed, and you can see through these environments just how torn apart and deadly the world is. Again, the harsh imagery seen in these environments is very similar to a lot of places in Dark Souls or Sekiro. Surprisingly, this game has some incredible range, though. What the fuck? I can see you. Hello. Hiding behind a tree. While most of it is pretty sad, like I had mentioned, there is a lot of it that is strange, silly, and wholesome.
If you promise to get me Flory, then we can be buddies.
This dude especially, this is like one of the best characters in video game history, alright? I mean, he's got some of like the best lines, and his voice is like kind of like butter. It just seeps into your brain and just takes over.
A rolling stone gathers no moss. Ooh, this is the nicest thing ever. I'm sorry for
And then you meet this character towards the middle who has like a foot kink.
My, what a lovely feat.
And he like kills all the enemies and takes their feet and collects them.
Imagine you're in Nevron and you see me charging toward you, brandishing the well-polished and gleaming leg of one of your brethren.
And then you got like the volleyball minigame, the outfits, there's the realistically awkward dialogue, the gestrels, this like species of they're just a bunch of like, you know, like dolls, I guess, and they're like super cute. Nice. The vibe of this game is so irreverent, and it shouldn't really work. And I think often the game illuminates the beauty of life and friendship in a very realistic way. A lot of RPGs have usually this layer of disconnect where I can't find myself relating to literally anything the characters are talking about because it is so above me that it has nothing to do with me. But Expedition 33 really sets out to create a sympathetic and very human set of characters, and it chooses to prioritize that over a lore-heavy story or massive expedition dumps that turn you into a zombie. If I had to say something I love about this game the most, it is the music. I think the music best exemplifies just the amount of range this game has. You're never eating just one type of ice cream flavor while playing this game. You get a fucking Decacone multi-flavor super surprise cone extreme, cherry, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, hot dog, cheese, depression, all this fucking shit on there. It's like almost so much you can't even handle it, but it's so good. This is one of the biggest surprises in gaming for this year so far for me. I give Clair Obscur Expedition 33 an 8 out of 10. Holy shit, is that Robin Patterson?
Clair obscur dans les hauts peintures trouvera sans elle. Clair obscur, trouble de rature courbera